Hello, and welcome to episode number 6 of the Anime Now Manga Later podcast. I'm your host, Laugh Now, Die Later. And today, I'm just going to be telling you guys what's been going on, where I've been, and pretty much just say what's been going on with school and everything the last few weeks, and why I haven't been posting, why I went on a hiatus. And then we're also going to talk about hiatuses in manga, because that kind of ties to why I've been on hiatus. Well, not really, but it's just a topic to talk about, really. But anyways, I've been gone for I think 3 weeks. Today would make 3 weeks. And it's just been a lot going on. Just I started a new job, where I work a lot more hours than my old job, and I'm just getting adjusted to the new system that they got going on compared to what I was already used to, and just trying to get adjusted to the new environment that I'm in. So pretty much, I just wanted to take the time to get adjusted there and be able to make time for this when the time came for me to come back to doing this podcast. And then also, um, school was really hectic the last like 2-3 weeks. Really, like I had this really big project, uh, for one of my classes that was a presentation, but I had to wear like a suit. I had to like make sure I didn't read off the slides, like the PowerPoint slides. It had to be within 5 minutes. Well, it had to be 5 minutes, and pretty much finesse. If you guys follow me on Twitter, at LaughNowDieLTR is the Twitter handle. You will see like I posted a picture of me in my suit, and I aced that project. I got 100 on it. I didn't think I did, but somehow the professor thought I did. So I'm gonna take that dub and move on. But yeah, it was a lot of work the last few weeks. Um, Considering a lot of tests and then this project and other projects I had to do as well for other classes. So I'm just like really, it was really overwhelming with the job on top of all of that. So I just really needed to take a break and go on that little hiatus. Because if not, I don't know what would have happened. To be honest, I don't think the episodes would have been as good. And this is gonna be like the last episode before like the changes that I'm planning on making. And I was supposed to make the changes for this episode, but again, just I wasn't able to really record this weekend and be able to make the changes that I'm making with my boy Dicehead, who is helping me out with this little change. And I gotta set up my room for it, or like the area where my desk is now. I gotta set it up before I started, and that's pretty much being face cam. I'm just gonna make it face cam again. One, because I feel like my commentary during these podcasts have gotten, I think, better, or at least I feel like that I've been a way better commentator on the podcast than in my recorded videos. So I just decided to go with Facecam now because, one, again, I did the podcast so I didn't have to edit. So as you can tell, the editing on these podcasts are really kept to a minimum. And as you can tell, I have literally the same background and effect with like the voice thing like every single episode. So I do not want to do that anymore. I do want to change it up and add the face cam. And at least in the face cam, you can see me talking if you want to watch that. If not, that's the only thing that's really going to be there is just me, unless, I get these collabs that I'm planning on doing on the way soon. That's another thing. I know I had some collabs planned to do the last week or two, but, it fell out because just my schedule, the person's schedule. But that collab will be coming soon. I'm not going to spoil and say who it is, but it's going to be a really big collab in my opinion. And I'm really excited for that. And I got another collab coming with the homie. Once I finish reading Bleach, I'm reading Bleach right now. I'm on the 1,000 Year Blood War arc. So I'm on like chapter 500, I think. I think I just got up to 500, so it's really going well, to be honest. I'm excited to get to the ending already because I have been reading Bleach for the good almost a month already. And you know what? I'm gonna talk about Bleach more in the collab I'm doing with my homie, but I just gotta say that Bleach is really good, man. I really enjoyed it. I think me reading it and not binging it within a week like I did Naruto, I think reading it and taking my time with it has actually improved the experience for me. I think if I would have did that with Naruto, I probably would have rated Naruto higher than I did. I mean, I still have it relatively high compared to other people. Like I have it at a 9.1, and a lot of people don't rate it that highly. But I think Bleach for me, um, is pretty damn good, and I definitely am excited to see where this arc goes because so far the Aaron Carr arc, the Soul Society arc, the Fullbring arc have all been pretty damn amazing in my opinion. The beginning of Bleach for me wasn't that good. Like the first arc was not that good for me. It just was a lot of jokes and just things I didn't really like too much. So it was just like, all right, like when is it gonna get serious? But boy, when it got serious, that series is straight heat. So that's what I'm pretty much reading right now. I finally decided to buy more manga, besides the ones I normally buy that come out monthly, like the Chainsaw Man's, My Heroes, and all that. I got the last volume of Attack on Titan, so now I have the whole collection of it. I actually this weekend met up with my boy Blue Tempest, who came to New York, for vacation with his brother and some friends, and we ended up doing a video as well together for his channel, which should be coming out soon. And I got a few things, and I don't know if I want to say it here because I don't want to spoil his video, but I did pick up a few manga um, for my collection. Some manga that I already read, such as Pluto, but I didn't have it physically, so I got volume 7 and 8. That's the only series I'm going to tell you that I got. I still need 1 to 6, obviously, but those 2 volumes I couldn't really find anywhere, and I'm happy I did find it in Book Off. So I'm excited to collect that in full and then reread it because I really did like Pluto a lot. But yeah, I just been reading a lot digitally, and I've been enjoying reading digitally, which is surprising because I really was a stand for reading physically when I started getting into this community. But I realized that reading physically is too like too costly. It's just not it's just not really my cup of tea as much anymore. Like I'm being really picky with what series I'm adding to my collection as well. It's either because I support the mangaka that I'm buying the series, or because I know I'm 100% gonna like the series. For example, I have a whole shelf that has some Shuzo, well, half a shelf that has Shuzo Oshimi works, and I'm gonna definitely get like Happiness and some of his other work, because so far, I only have Flowers of Evil and all that. But I definitely want to have a Fujimoto shelf, Fujimoto slash Fujimoto assistants, because I have Hell's Paradise. Hopefully, Dandadan gets a English translation in the future. And I got Fire Punch, still missing volume 2, and Chainsaw Man, which I'm definitely gonna reread in physical when I have it, when it's completed, which I think is 12 volumes. So we're on volume 7, so a good like year left before it's done, because they release like every 2 months. So that's dope. But yeah, it's really off topic, but that's basically pretty much why I was on hiatus. I just was dealing with a lot of personal things when it came to like work and school and everything, but I'm happy to be back. I'm excited to be back. If I sound a little weird, it's just I'm tired, man. Like I said, this video is not going to be that long. It's just telling you guys where I've been, but stay tuned for future podcast episodes. We're going to take the quality of like the viewing experience to the next level. Also, this may or may not be the last episode on Spotify, so if you're a listener on Spotify, I apologize. But it's just because of money purposes as well. Like I wasn't pulling in that many listens anyways, and to pay like I think it was like an extra $12 to $15 a month just to get, like, no offense, I appreciate everybody that listens, don't get me wrong, so please don't take that the wrong way, but it's like, I don't get paid that much either, so I don't really want to spend so much money if it's not doing the best. I got free hours. I got about 3 free hours a month. So if you guys want, I could pick and choose which episode to really go on Spotify. Like this episode I'll put on Spotify. But if you guys want me to put like only like collabs on Spotify from now on, because I can put up to 3 hours a month for free. So I can do that for you guys if you guys want. But for the time being, I think it will be exclusively on YouTube now. And, it's better for me, to be honest. I don't have to take money out and do that because, like I said, man's got bills too, you feel me? So I can't be wasting my money. It's not a waste. It's not a waste, but I just can't be doing that investment right now, at least for the time being. But once, hopefully, if my channel grows and I'm able to, I don't know, have like a side hustle to provide for the payments to put this on Spotify, then I'll do it. But if not, then that's just where I'm gonna be, is exclusively on YouTube. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for these changes. For next week's episode, I still got to see what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna do a collab, I'm trying to, but it depends on how fast I read Bleach this week. So I may or may not have a collab, but for sure we'll definitely get a dope idea to talk about uh for next week if I'm by myself. And if you guys want, again, DM me if you ever want to be on the call-ins. We haven't done one of those. I think we've only done them once, and it went well. But the second time we went to do it, uh, the same people hit me up, and which is fine. But and then I also couldn't because I had to record like at a certain time, and they couldn't. Or like not everyone could have made it at that time, and I also was in a rush to record it, so couldn't do the call-ins. But I really want to do call-ins again because that's really great. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much the changes I'm trying to make to the podcast. Face cam. Again, I want the call-ins, make it interactive again. Have some collabs. I definitely have a lot of collabs planned. I just don't know because I kind of don't want to do back to back to back to back. If I do have a lot of, because the collabs I have at least 4 collabs that I want to do in the near future. But I also don't want to do collab. Like, and I also don't want to do topic by myself. So I do want to like spread it out so that way they both last. I have enough topics to talk about for a few months, and I also have collabs that could last a few months. You feel me? So I am gonna probably alternate if it's possible. Obviously, like if I can have a collab, I'll do it. If I don't have a collab plan, then obviously it'll be another topic video with some call-ins again, and I'm totally fine with that. But pretty much that's pretty much the plan. So yeah, I'm back. I appreciate you guys for sticking through, even though I've been a little gone for a few weeks. But other than that, I'm just really excited to continue this. I may have a rebranding coming soon as well. It's just a lot of things going on with the channel that I do want to do and change. Hopefully we can get this community to 400, 500 subs now as soon as we can. Because I do want to get a community tab. I feel like that's a better way of me communicating, because I know people that don't have Twitter, and I know people that only like follow on Twitter and like get the news on Twitter, other people on Discord. Whereas I feel like if I had a community tab, it would be so much easier because everyone's from both communities, whether it's on Discord or Twitter. Those people are all on YouTube, obviously. So it's just so much more convenient to just post on the community tab. So that's pretty much what I'm hoping for. I really don't care how big this grows. As long as I get a community tab, I'm just happy. And from there, if it grows more than that, then dope. If not, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm very proud of the small community that we have. From just the 333 subscribers that we have, I am very much happy with what we have accomplished so far. But yeah, I'm back. So that's pretty much what's been going on with me. So let's talk about some hiatuses in manga. So I don't know, really, this was just a topic I was thinking of on the fly, thinking about what to talk about since I was on a hiatus of my own. Now it wasn't a long one, which goes into what is a hiatus, though. See, to me, a hiatus just means a break, but I feel like a hiatus is kind of like an extended break, but there also are hiatuses that aren't that long. So for me, I could be wrong, but a hiatus to me is like a relatively not long. I would say it's just a break. That's a certain period of time. Like a week or like 2 days to me isn't a hiatus, but at the same time, a month could be a hiatus. Like, for example, Gege Akutami took a hiatus of a month to, in the month, I think it was August, that he didn't post any new chapters, and it was because of his health and everything. So that was a hiatus of a month. But then you got the extreme hiatuses like Togashi. Oh, man, that man's on hiatus for years at a time. So, yeah, it's just what defines a hiatus, how long. I feel like a month and more could be a hiatus. Or maybe a few weeks and more could be a hiatus. I don't think a few days is a hiatus. I don't think a week is a hiatus. Like, was my absence really a hiatus? I mean, it was close to 3 weeks, so it could be a hiatus because that's almost a month. But yeah, what defines a hiatus? And I also feel like a lot of these good series are always on hiatus, especially when it comes to seinen. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because some seinen manga that have been on hiatus are just such high quality works that it affects the author's health a lot because they're really going hard on it. For example, you got I believe Vagabond's on hiatus, and look at the artwork that Inoue does there. I mean, he also does others. I'm pretty sure Real is ongoing. Maybe not ongoing, but I'm pretty sure Real and some of his whatever other work he has done came after Vagabond. So Vagabond's just been on hiatus. Just I don't know why. And then you got Berserk, R.I.P. Miura. That was on hiatus at times. he released, I think, like a chapter a year or something. I don't really remember. Again, I'm not the biggest like Berserk fan, stan, or I should say, because I did like what I read, but it was just too much for me, and that's another series I got to get back into. And then you also got, like I said, Hunter x Hunter, one of my favorite series of all time, on hiatus, and it's sad because it's such a. I feel like Hunter x Hunter is one of those series that is gonna always be like a what if, because it had such great potential, and yes, it had some flaws because of the fact that like Togashi was sick too, so some things may have felt rushed or prolonged, especially in the manga where some pages don't even have any photos. It's just straight words because he was just so sick to draw. It really affected him, and that's why he kind of went on hiatus because of his health. But it's like that series for me is one of the greatest shonen of all time, with the flaws included. So could you imagine if he was able to be fully healthy, making a series where he can pay attention more to detail and not have the flaws in his storytelling or in the artwork? I feel like that series would be arguably the best of all time, in my opinion, and it's already one of the best of all time and influential as hell as well. So I really want to. I say like the biggest what if for me is Hunter x Hunter, and that hiatus. I don't know if that'll ever come back, because there were rumors of his wife, who I believe is the mangaka of Sailor Moon, willing to being willing to do Hunter x Hunter for him, and he denied it. I also heard, I don't know how true this is, about Togashi not really using assistants because he likes to do things on his own. So like that's another issue too. Like this man's pride is preventing him from continuing the series. I don't know what the issue is, but all I know is that Hunter x Hunter is a goated series, and I wish it was continuing. I think Vinland Saga does go on hiatus at times too. I mean, I don't know, but Kodansha's been releasing the volumes really like every 2 years almost. The last volume, book 11 of Vinland Saga, came out in October of 2019, and the new volume comes out in November. It was supposed to come out. Oh no, it came out in December of 2019, and the new one was supposed to come out October of this month. But it got pushed back to November now. So I don't even know what's going on with that. So there's a lot of series, man, and it's like what ultimately causes these hiatuses to me is the industry itself. The industry itself, I think I want to talk about this more in depth later on. But the industry itself is just so make or break it. It's so cutthroat, in my opinion. Like from the outsider looking in, from what knowledge I kind of have of the industry, which isn't a lot. It's just really hard, and especially for a shonen, because I know some seinen, or like other magazine, they like are allowed to put out a chapter a month. Like they have monthly releases, whereas Weekly Shonen Jump is weekly. Like, and there's people producing artwork like MHA, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like some of these series have some elite artwork, and they're able to do it in a week's time. And it's crazy. I know they have assistants and everything, but their health must not be the best, clearly, because look at Gege Akutami. Has to take hiatuses. I feel like there should at least be 1 week out of the month. I feel like especially for Weekly Shonen Jump, I feel like the mangakas should take a break once a month. 1 week a month, they should have a break. I'm fine with reading three chapters a month if I have to, as long as the manga is able to produce great content. I'm fine with that. For example, but you could alternate it. So like, My Hero Academia could be on break for 1 week, and then you still have Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, and One Piece, and then the next week, 2 series will be out, but you'll have the rest of the other series from the magazine. I just know. I just feel like that's so much healthier for the mangakas, but at the same time, I just don't understand. I don't understand why they just. It feels like abuse, to be honest. And like, how much do mangakas really make? Unless you're like coming out with a series that's extremely popular, like obviously like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, that rack in a good revenue, whether it's from the manga itself, from the sales, or whether it's from just the animes if they have one. Also, you think about like figures and even book bags, lunch boxes, all of this memorabilia from these series that are really popular. The manga could get bread. I mean, Oda, I'm pretty sure, donated millions of dollars to his town. I just heard that. I think it was in a Forever World. Yeah, I think it was Forever World on Forever News. He said something like Oda like donated millions of yen to his town that had an incident, like a natural disaster or something happened. And I was just like, man, this guy got bread. But then you could also have another mangaka from the same magazine that doesn't have as much bread as him, and it's crazy to me. It's not crazy because, like, One Piece has been around for 20 years, so obviously it's going to be racking in the bread. The man's going to have a lot of money. But, like, they may be criminally underpaid. I don't know. I really haven't really looked into uh the revenues and everything of some of these mangaka, but I do know that the work they do is immense, and it feels like abuse at times, to be honest. But hey, they produce some good content, and maybe that's why a lot of them go on hiatus, is because of the issues that they have with their health. I mean, sitting down in a chair all day, every day, is not the best. And on top of that, you know, they're always constantly drawing and writing and all of that. Their hands could possibly get arthritis, probably. I mean, there's a lot of things that could come out of just sitting all day. It's not good for your back. It's not good for your bones. You got to exercise as well. And they're there from mad early in the morning to like late afternoons, maybe even early evenings, just there drawing all day. Even with assistance, it's rough. And then especially if your manga gets selected to do a color page and color spreadsheets and all of that, that's extra work you got to put in on top of creating an 18 to 22 page chapter every week. Like that's rough. It's really hard. So I can definitely understand in terms of health reasons why they go on hiatus, but I don't really know why else they would go on hiatus. Maybe, yeah, I mean, mental health goes with health. Stress kind of goes with health as well, because that's a part of everything. Anxiety, mental health. So I don't really know why else they would go on hiatus. Maybe they just don't have any ideas, or maybe they're forced to. Like Gege Akutami didn't really want to take their break, but the editorial department said like, "Hey, you need a break." And it was good that he did get one, or she. I don't even know if Gege is a girl or a guy. I still don't know, but it was good for them to get that break, and there you had it. They came back with a vengeance, and Jujutsu Kaisen's been pretty damn good since it's come back from its break. Get the Culling Game arc really coming into fruition, and yeah, I'm excited to see where that series goes. Um, but other than that, what else is there about hiatuses? I mean, it's just a long break, or just a break in general, where mangakas are affected by their health, maybe personal reasons like family matters or anything, or maybe like I don't know this. Like I want to know why Vagabond was on break, because I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong again. Correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure Real has been going on since where Vagabond left off. Like Inoue kept doing Real, so at that point, did he just give up on Vagabond? Did he run out of ideas? Uh, I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with Vagabond. So if you guys know what happened with Vagabond, please let me know, because I really don't understand what happened with Vagabond. But yeah. So what else do I gotta do? Or read. After I finish Bleach, I definitely gonna read Promise Neverland, because that's been waiting since August on my shelf to read. I finally completed the set in August when the last volume came out, and I have not been able to read it. So I definitely gotta read Promise Neverland. I gotta get back into Berserk and at least finish my deluxe volumes that I have. That is the Golden Age arc. So I at least finish that, so I can at least have conversations with Berserk finally. I'm trying to look at my shelf and see what else I gotta read. I gotta read Fire Punch. I gotta read Welcome to the NHK. I read the first volume and I didn't really like it, but I have all 8 volumes, so I'm gonna have to finish it just to finish it. And it's not that it was bad. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I thought it was a little different, but I don't know. Some of the artwork, it wasn't bad, but it was just some of the jokes or facial expressions. I just didn't connect to it as much. But that's also from the first volume, so it could also change considering the what happens. Um, what else? I want to actually get into Doctor Stone on the app as well. There's other series I want to read digitally as well. Alice in Borderlands is one, because it does have a Netflix show that I want to get into, but I don't know if I should just read it instead or watch and read it. I don't know. Villain Saga, when volume 12 comes out, I'm going to read it all from the beginning again. I read the first 6 volumes, but I'm going to read it all from the beginning to where it's at now and really make my opinions on that. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else I have to read. from my physical collection. I mean, some of these series I'm collecting, I'm just waiting till I have the full sets to just binge it all in one go. Like Platinum End, is another series that I have a few volumes of. I want to read it when it finally comes out. Blue Tempest was telling me that apparently the last volume of Platinum End is coming out, and it's not coming out until March, which is to me is ridiculous, bro. All of the volumes are released, and you're gonna make us wait almost, what is it? Well, at this point, it's coming up, right? It's like 5 months away. But like, why are you making us wait 5 months for one volume for a series that? I mean, I read one volume of it. It was very similar to Death Note from what I noticed, but it also had its differences. But I just don't know why they're making us wait so long for it. It's crazy. I don't know if they're doing something special or what, but it definitely is not the best situation. Not that the series is not the best, but the situation is not the best, to be honest. Um, what else? I'm trying to think of what else I gotta read. I'm gonna go on my phone real quick, guys, and I'm gonna look at what I gotta read. And I really want to see on the Shonen Jump app. I do want to, like I said, I want to read Doctor Stone. I may have to get back into. I'm gonna have to get back into whatchamacallit, JoJo's again, because I'm like 40 chapters into part 3 and I stopped reading it. But I'm trying to think. I want to read Claymore as well now. And some of these smaller series that I could get through pretty relatively quick. Maybe catch up to a few more series and have like even more manga added to my reading list. Weekly reading list, I should say. Yeah, so I gotta definitely see what's there to read. Maybe Build King, which is a goated series. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, did Candy Flurry get canceled? I just noticed that. Yeah, so Claymore, The Gray Man is also a series that I do want to get into, 'cause I heard really great things about it. So that's another series I want to get into. But most importantly, I think Doctor Stone, uh, is Elusive Samurai. I heard is really good. I definitely want to get into Elusive Samurai. It's by the same mangaka as Assassination Classroom, and that series is fire. So I definitely think that's interesting. Haikyuu, I do want to get into a sports manga and like binge a whole sports manga that's completed, and I have no intentions of buying Haikyuu for my physical collection, so I definitely may be looking into reading that. Also want to somehow get into One Piece and binge all of it and catch up to it, but I don't know if I'm down to do that yet. I think I have so many things to read before that I think my One Piece journey is gonna happen during my winter break of college. So I think in the end of December to the end of January, that month, I'm gonna just binge a lot of One Piece, hopefully. But I'm the type of person, when I read something, I cannot read anything else until that series is done. So that may be an issue that I have. Um, but I'm gonna definitely do that. Uh, what else? I'm trying to look on there, see what else I can read. Um, Mission Yuzakura Family. Definitely want to get into that and see what it's about. I heard good things about it, so I definitely want to check it out. My Hero Vigilantes, One Punch Man, but One Punch Man's a series I want to own because the artwork is just fantastic. Um, let's see. Also want to look at some. Prince of Tennis was added. I didn't even know the Prince of Tennis was added. You know, the Shonen Jump app adds like series to the app, and I didn't even realize it. So that's really dope. I'm really happy that they added that because like I said, I want to get into series. Twin Star Exorcist, I want to get into and catch up to. Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re is a completed series that I definitely need to check out. Um, so there's just a lot of series, guys, that I have to check out. May want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh as well. I've never read the manga for Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu Yu Hakusho is another series, but I'm still waiting to get Volume 10 before I do any of that. So that's just something I gotta do. Um, Burn the Witch, is that on here? Oh yeah, Burn the Witch is on here. Um, so Burn the Witch is a series I'm gonna read. As soon as I finish Bleach, I'm gonna read Burn the Witch because it takes place in the world of Bleach. It's only 5 chapters long, so I'm definitely gonna check that out, and the Bleach one shot as well. So I'm really just excited to get into reading more. So I've just been exhausted, but I definitely am gonna binge the heck out of Bleach probably as soon as I finish recording this. But what else do I gotta say? just stay tuned. This episode wasn't the greatest. My commentary is a little lackluster today. It's not because of the break, guys. Trust me. It's just I'm extremely tired. I've been up since early and pretty much had a long day. Went on a nice date with the girlfriend and just been running around all day. And I got to wake up for school tomorrow. Or, well, this is recorded on Sunday, uploaded Monday, obviously. But I got to wake up early. Got a long day of work tomorrow as well in my new job. So, yeah, a long day. But I just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me, why I was gone, why I was on my little hiatus. Talked a little bit about hiatuses and what's on my reading list and reading log, what I'm currently reading. But I'm very excited to get into just upping the quality. I'm gonna try to, you know, maybe fix up the channel a little bit, improve it. I love my profile picture and my banner a lot. But I may experiment with something new, a new look. Maybe it can help me a lot in getting this channel out there. So, definitely want to look into all of that. But that's not that part of it is not a guarantee though, because I really love my artwork and my boy made it for me. So but yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into some things and try to improve this content for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a heart on Spotify. But if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, comment what you guys think about hiatuses. I hate them, honestly, but I also empathize with the mangakas. Let me know, what is your favorite manga that's currently on hiatus. Let me know what's on your reading log. And again, always, if you ever want to give me recommendations of what to talk about topic wise, let me know. I'm always down to talk about what you guys want to hear, honestly. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say today. Again, another short episode. I apologize for that, but starting next episode, we're definitely going to go off and get back into the swing of things. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the love and support from you guys, and thank you for sticking with me. This was Laugh Now Die Later with the Anime Now Manga Later podcast, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.